So I want to take some time today and talk about the Nintendo Switch 2, which is Nintendo's upcoming gaming console that we're going to be getting in Q1 of 2025. And I happen to be a very big fan of Nintendo. I mean, I practically grew up with Mario. I played the Zelda games. I played Metroid. I know Pokemon's like a second party game, but I played a lot of Pokemon growing up, and I mainly just want to talk about what I want to see from the Nintendo Switch 2, because if you think about it, it's the next console that's going to be coming out in the Nintendo generation. So you want to make sure that you get a powerful gaming console that could give you the best experience. And I just want to talk about what I want to see from that console. So starting off with the main thing that I knew I was going to bring up as soon as I started recording this video. So one of the first things I want to bring up is I really do hope that games run in 60 frames per second, because growing up 30 frames didn't really bother me as much because I was so used to it. And you know, as a kid, you're not really paying attention to shit like that. But as I got older and as I started playing more games and as I got better consoles, like when I had my PS5 and I started playing games on my PC, I got really used to 60 frames. And when you go to the Nintendo Switch now, there's only like a few games that run in 60 frames. I believe that's Super Mario Odyssey and Super Smash Bros. But for the most part, a lot of games on that console run at like 30 frames. And I feel like since this is 2024, we definitely need to start upgrading, and we need to have a powerful console that could give us a steady 60 frames per second. Because imagine you're playing this big open world game. I'll use Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for example. Great game. I had a lot of fun with it. Obviously, that's subjective at the end of the day, but it has a big world, and as you're traveling throughout the game, it lags a little bit when you're traveling through each area. So I'm hoping to get a better experience with that. So hypothetically, if Pokemon puts out another game that has a similar structure like that, I'm hoping I have a steady 60 frames so I could be like, okay, this feels good traveling through each area. I mean, you could probably say that about Zelda games as well when it comes to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You want to make sure you have that steady frame rate as you're playing the game, because imagine you're like fighting this boss, or you're trying to catch this Pokemon, or whatever's happening in the game, and then you're like throwing a Pokeball, but then like the Pokeball's just lagging to get to the Pokemon in order to hit it to capture it. It's just weird. I just really hope we get games in 60 frames per second. And I also want to add something to that as well. Like, if you really want to show how powerful the next gen Nintendo console is, I feel like the best thing you could do is start it off with a Mario game, because we obviously know that a mainline Mario game is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's more than likely going to be a launch title with the console. So use that as a way to show how powerful that console is with everything that you introduced to us in that Mario game, because I heard there was rumors of like an open world Mario game, which sounds very awesome. So show us exactly how great that game can look and how great the gameplay can feel with that game. Just use it as a showcase. The next thing I want to see from Nintendo Switch 2 is game chat, because there's times where I want to hop online and play games with my friends, and unfortunately there isn't a game chat on there where I can just hop inside of a little party I want to make and talk to my friends as I'm playing the game. I mainly have to use Discord for that, which isn't an issue, but I feel like since we're at the age where you have it on Xbox and you have it on PlayStation, you could probably do it with Nintendo too, if you want to set up restrictions so certain people are able to use that, because I realize Nintendo's like family friendly. You could definitely do that, but I feel like for people that want to have that experience to talk to their friends on there and have a fun time by playing whatever game they are playing as a party, I feel like that should definitely be something that's introduced. And the other thing that I'm hoping the Nintendo Switch 2 does as well is return more gaming franchises. We get it. We love Mario. We love Pokemon. We love Zelda. It's nice to see that Metroid is getting a lot more love than it used to. But bring back more gaming series. Make the console feel fresh. We're obviously going to get those titles that I mentioned, but make the console feel different. I already know there's probably going to be more third-party releases, like the way that Call of Duty runs nowadays on like a PS4 or PC or Xbox. You're probably going to get that same experience with those games, so it's not going to be lagging. You're actually going to be able to feel the full experience of that game, but introduce more series that you probably never used for quite some time. I mean, a good example of that is alluding back to that video that I made about Kid Icarus getting more representation on the Nintendo console, because it is a very underrated series that can definitely be a big flagship franchise for Nintendo if they decided to utilize it. Use something like that, for example. Show us what you could do in this new era of the Nintendo Switch 2. That's something that all of us want to see. So going over again, as I mentioned so far, have games run at a steady pace, 60 frames. Also have gaming chat so you could talk to friends as you're playing games. Yes, there's other options available like Discord, but still it'd be a nice thing to have onto the Nintendo Switch 2. And then the third thing, of course, as I mentioned, is try to utilize more series that we haven't seen on Nintendo consoles for quite some time. And also, let's see if we can have a customizable Nintendo Switch 2 menu. Like, look at how the PlayStation 4 did it, for example. You were able to have your own PlayStation themes, like you had God of War, Final Fantasy, etc. so on. Let's do that with a Nintendo Switch 2, because I feel like since it's rumored to be as powerful as like a PS4 and an Xbox Series S, you should definitely be able to do something like that, where you could have like a Mario theme, or you could have a Pokemon theme, a Zelda theme, a Super Smash Bros. Theme, whatever the case may be. Adding themes, making each console feel different according to your liking would be very awesome to see. So that's definitely something that I would love the Nintendo Switch 2 to do. And also the main thing, which I'm pretty sure was rumored because I've been seeing a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 reports lately, so I'll probably talk about it in this video, backwards compatibility. Because a lot of games are probably not going to come out on the Nintendo Switch 2 at first. Like, obviously we're going to be getting that mainline Mario game that a lot of people are going to buy, including me myself. But let's say if you want to go back and play some of those old games that you had on the Nintendo Switch, I believe it was rumored that there is going to be backwards compatibility where you could actually insert those games and play it. And also you're able to transfer the games that you already bought off your Nintendo console onto the Nintendo Switch 2, which is awesome because, you know, it would suck if you paid for games that you can't transfer onto the next console, because you could see it with the PS4 and the PS5. You could still play PS4 games on the PS5, so it makes sense for that to be a thing on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. But other than that, that's honestly all I can really think of in this video. Like, my musts for the Nintendo Switch 2 isn't really like this huge ass list where I'm going to be naming out a bunch of things. It's just simple things that I mentioned in this video. 60 frames, more variety of games, make it unique when it comes to those customizable home screens like you've seen from other consoles as well, including game chat, all the things that I mentioned. Just those simple things. It's honestly all I want. So if you guys have any thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2, what you guys want to see, what you guys are hoping Nintendo does with the next gen console, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And as of the recording of this video, we are currently at 30 subscribers, and I just want to take the time and thank you guys for all the support, because you guys are awesome. I really do love that you guys just show me so much support, because I'm having a lot of fun growing this channel, and it's going to be fun to see how everything is going to be as years pass by, to see the growth of this channel. So again, I really do thank you guys for all the support. It really does mean so much to me. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content that you see here today. And also make sure to check out my social media. That means my Twitter and my Instagram, because I'm usually active on there. So make sure to check me outside of the YouTube space. And also make sure to click on that notification bell so you guys are informed right away when I upload a new video, because I realize the YouTube system can be a lot of funny, as I always mention towards the end of these videos. So I want to make sure you guys are able to check out the video as soon as it posts. Make sure to click on that bell so you know right away. But other than that, hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever you guys might be, if it's daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.